We make calls across borders every single day, completely taking for granted the massive infrastructure that makes it all happen. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the invisible engine that powers the world's global communications. In this explainer, we're diving into Wholesale VoIP, how it works, and exactly why it powers global communications. Let's get right into it. So did you know that millions of international phone calls every single day actually do not travel directly from one telecom company to another? I know, it sounds totally counterintuitive, right? You dial a number and you just assume your provider hands the call right over to the provider on the other end. But instead, these daily calls pass through a completely hidden behind-the-scenes network. Welcome to the world of Wholesale VoIP. Section 1. The Hidden Telecom Network, opening the door to a massive industry. Section 2. Defining Wholesale VoIP. What exactly is it? Okay, so Wholesale VoIP literally stands for Wholesale Voice over Internet Protocol. At its core, this is a system where providers transmit voice calls over the internet using IP technology, rather than relying on traditional old-school telephone networks. So instead of copper wires and physical switches, internet protocols are moving that voice data seamlessly across the web. This actually represents a massive shift in telecom. See, traditional telephone networks are typically direct-to-consumer models that rely heavily on incredibly expensive physical infrastructure. But Wholesale VoIP operates totally differently. You really want to think of these providers as the massive internet-based highways of international voice traffic. They're the ones connecting carriers, internet telephony companies, mobile operators, and service providers all around the entire world. Now, the crucial point to understand here is the B2B or business-to-business model. These wholesale providers aren't out there selling phone service directly to you and me. No, instead, they sell voice termination and routing services to other businesses at highly competitive rates. This B2B model is exactly what keeps global communication so incredibly efficient and, most importantly for all of us, affordable. Section 3. The Journey of a Call, a micro journey from New York to London. Let's visualize exactly how a single call travels through this hidden system. Imagine someone in New York picking up a VoIP app to call a friend in London. First off, the originating provider doesn't just push it to a single phone network. They actually send the call to a wholesale carrier. Next, that carrier instantly analyzes the pricing, the call quality, and the available routes. Based on that quick analysis, it forwards the call through the absolute most efficient network until it finally reaches the destination provider. And then, at last, the call is delivered to the recipient. But what's truly remarkable here is the speed. This entire four-step process, the routing, the analysis of price and quality, the handoffs between multiple global carriers, all of it happens in just a fraction of a second. It's so fast that users experience perfectly seamless voice communication without ever noticing this crazy complex relay race happening right behind the scenes. Section 4. Why businesses choose VoIP. The macro benefits. When we zoom out a bit, one of the biggest deciding factors for businesses is scalability. Whether a company is handling, say, a few hundred call minutes a month, or literally millions of call minutes, Wholesale VoIP infrastructure can instantly scale and grow right alongside them. You don't have to go out and lay down new physical wires to handle a million more calls, because the internet-based infrastructure is already primed and ready for it. Beyond just scalability, there's a whole picture of benefits here. First up, lower costs. Wholesale providers are purchasing and exchanging voice traffic in massive volumes, which allows them to offer significantly lower rates. Second is global coverage. We're talking terminating calls to hundreds of countries using thousands of interconnected networks. Third is high-quality routing, with advanced algorithms constantly selecting the very best path based on latency and pricing. And finally, business flexibility. Companies can easily add new destinations and build in redundancy without ever needing expensive physical infrastructure.
Section 5. Choosing the right provider. What to look out for.
Of course, not all wholesale VoIP providers are identical, so choosing the right partner definitely requires some careful evaluation. You've got to evaluate providers based on call quality and network stability. You also need absolute pricing transparency. Next, and this is a huge one in telecom, is fraud protection. You also want to ensure robust customer support and strict service-level agreements. A truly reliable provider is going to offer real-time monitoring, detailed reporting, and highly secure routing to guarantee that excellent voice quality end users expect. So, bringing it all together, Wholesale VoIP really is the invisible engine behind modern international voice communication. It's the foundational technology helping telecom companies all across the globe reduce their costs, expand their reach, and deliver reliable phone services to millions and millions of users every single day. I'll leave you with this final thought. How will you connect to the invisible engine of global communication? Whether you're building a network, launching a service, or just making a quick call to a friend overseas, you're now a little more connected to the reality of how our world talks to each other. If you found this explainer helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with anyone else who's fascinated by telecom technology. Thanks so much for watching, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next explainer.